Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your friendly neighborhood Pokeprof, and welcome to Diablo 3. I am joined today by my two very close friends, the one and only A-kun, which you should all know and love.
Aww, love is hard.
And, of course, one of our more recent friends to be joining us here on the channel, the mighty Lobo.
Hello, everybody!
So, yeah. Well, basically, what's been going on is that me and Lobo have been really wanting to do some kind of game together, and we couldn't really figure out anything that really, helped define what Lobo really enjoyed. Until I realized, hey, Diablo 3. So yeah, we're actually gonna be playing through all of Diablo 3's campaign mode, and I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing anything else after that.
Oh, you can try adventure mode if you feel like you want to do that. That's just random stuff, though. But
yeah,
let's do the story.
Yeah, we'll see how things going. But we got a party right now. But I wanted to, before we do anything else, I wanted to actually show off the character list where you can, because you can actually create 6 different classes in this game. We have the Mighty Barbarian, who is all about, smacking people with giant weapons. You got both the male and the female here. We got the Crusader, which was a class that was introduced in the expansion for Diablo 3. And I believe that's going to be what Lobo's playing, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so we've got the Crusader here. Crusader is a very tanky class. As a matter of fact, one of the cool things about it is that you can pretty much just eat everything and not have to worry too much about actually just killing stuff.
Beefgate.
Mm-hmm. We've got the Demon Hunter, which is a range class. And also, from what I remember, they were probably the original difficult class to play. It's like,
yeah,
yes,
very click-based.
Yeah, it's like out of all the classes, they were the one who were the hardest to learn and get used to.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Monk, which was pretty much easy mode from what I remember.
Oh, punch everything until it dies.
Yeah, pretty much. The Wizard, which is what A-kun is going to be.
Zappy zappy.
Yeah, big, just bottomless power well. And then finally, the Witch Doctor, which is what my class is going to be.
Summon all the zombies.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's a pet-based thing. So let's see. What should I actually name my Witch Doctor?
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. No,
No.
Come on, Lobo. If you're gonna think of something, you gotta give it to me. No. You
No,
gotta give it to me
no.
right now. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go and randomize.
I was thinking of some Disney movie.
Of course. What is with you guys in the Disney stuff?
Because it fits.
I've already done
randomize it.
Sakura, so.
Random it is then.
Her name is Shikra.
Shikra? That's a nice name.
Shikra. And yes, all of our characters pretty much start out naked to start out with.
Except for me, you guys start out scantily
Well, yeah,
clad.
but you're a Crusader. You actually get to stay all safe.
I know, sadly.
But yeah, so let's go in and start off with, I believe, the Fallen Star is the very beginning.
Yep.
So let's start off with Act 1 of Diablo 3.
Let's do it.
Go into the light!
See how this game runs, too.
Mm-hmm.
Dear well, and listen.
Yeah, just so you know,
Hello, Cain.
Lobo is very used to the console versions of Diablo 3, not so much the PC versions. So this is going to be a bit of a new experience for him, despite him being probably the most experienced out of all of us.
Yep.
Also, Quiet Boys, cutscene.
I wander to places beyond imaginings. Far from the jungles of my youth. My knowledge has grown vast. The people, they think me banished. Shunned to the end of my days. They say I defy these spirits, but I say no. I follow them. These spirits show me alone that the sky fire is where the end begins. They say this must not be. I live to serve the spirits, so I go. There is none but me to answer the call.
Now, after that, one thing I gotta immediately mention that's really surprising about this game, and there's a bunch of achievements that Lobo's just suddenly earning. One of the major things about this game that is really interesting is the fact that they actually changed that story and that introduction for every single class in the game and every single gender in the game. To where essentially you can go and, you know, it's like have a different experience each time. And all your characters also have different, you know, interactions. It's like the female Witch Doctor will have a slightly different interaction with the NPCs than the male Witch Doctor, for example. But to start things out, we all get our basic little attacks. Most of us have ranged abilities, although Lobo, I believe, is all melee.
Yep, I'm all melee. I can't do anything. Not yet, anyway.
But one of the major things that you gotta really think about when this game first came out was there was a major problem a lot of people had with it, simply because it had the always online DRM to where it's like you had to be online if you wanted to play. And then there was also the simple fact that they also had that auction house, which on the one hand I can understand what Blizzard was trying to do, but on the other hand,
I am a crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw
that's
a star
interesting.
falling on this town.
It fell on the
I
old
could have
cathedral.
sworn that
There
when
was
it
only
came
one
to
survivor,
your characters
Leah.
talking
You
to
should
the
speak with her.
NPCs,
Captain
it was actually dependent on
Coming.
who was hosting the
Can't
game,
open the
not
gates
who
until we
got there
drive them back.
first.
Well, it's whoever got there first. You hear them talk.
Yep. It makes sense for cooperative. Make it
Oh,
simple.
look at you guys, sitting at a distance.
Smile.
Never seen anyone fight like that before.
Sitting at a
Guards, open the
distance.
gates.
Look at me
Find
running in there,
slaughter
bashing
craft
people's
in.
skulls in.
But
Ooh, let's go.
yeah, we get... This game is also one of the major deviations from the original ARPG that Blizzard is well known for in Diablo II. Is that, unlike the older version of the game, you actually went and you just unlock abilities and whatnot. You didn't have like any real way of building yourself up like you did in the old style things. For some people, they consider it an improvement. For other people, they hate it. But yeah,
Now don't forget, you can talk to each townsfolk for usually story bits.
yeah, and as I said, they'll actually change their dialogue depending on who you are. It's like a crusader.
And also how far along you are.
Yeah, how far along you are too. You also want to really check out as many things as you can, because they will go and like give you different items and whatnot.
Don't forget.
The Book of Cain. Yeah, the Book of Cain here is a special item that will actually help you identify your different stuff. But let's see if my memory serves me correctly. Where is it? Because there's supposed to be a way that you're supposed to get the golden wings that A-kun has, and I forget how to activate it right off the bat.
I believe you have to go into your customization.
You do.
I did that before.
Okay, well, we'll worry about it now. I usually don't like having the golden wings up anyway. But if we're ready, boys, I say we go into the Slaughter Cafe.
Okay, hang on.
What you looking for, A-kun?
There was just a guy with a cross marker. Okay.
But immediately what you want to do is you'll find these books littered throughout
For many
the
years,
game.
villagers
Give you a
were
little
too
bit of
afraid
lore
to
and a little
settle
bit of
near the
experience.
ruins of the
Pretty
cursed
good.
town Tristram. But as time
In
went
this
by,
case, we'll have
adventurers
Cain.
arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up
Does
to
he go talk to
accommodate
Leia?
them. Fewer
Yeah, I'll talk to Leia
travelers
in just a
visit
moment. I
now,
was just
though,
letting Cain
and the
talk.
town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Yeah, for the most part, Cain and any other book will go and give you a small little story bit. You can actually go and look at them at any time through your quest log. And listen, it'll even give you who wrote it and whatnot. For the most part, I think we'll just be skipping that. If people really want to, I can go and set it up. But otherwise, But anyway, we now have Leia here.
You are Leah. The captain
Leia.
says
Leah,
you
Leia.
selected. I came back here to rally them.
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Don't skip!
Oh, someone was skipping all that story.
This is
Sorry.
cold business.
No worries.
It's reflex
The dead will overwhelm
I
us
know.
all.
from having played
And
through
my
this
symphony
with
is
several
done.
characters.
There is a
Sorry.
deep sickness here, but it can be healed. Thank
At the very least,
You
for
should
the
speak with
basic
Captain
storyline, I
Bumper
would
at the
like
gate.
us to go
He
through
can
it
tell you
as
what to do.
normal.
No worries.
But
I just forgot.
Are you going into Leia's room? Or are you going in Leia's room?
I always
Been
go
under
to the
siege
layers
for
room
6
because you got
days.
the journal. Yeah, for the most part, you just want to grab the extra books and whatnot for that extra experience.
True, true.
You want to explore everywhere because of that.
Oh, I know.
Dare lift a finger to help our mayor.
But yeah,
The fog
you
of war fill
also
up the entire
have
map.
also in every major hub. So a new Tristram here is one of the first major hubs in the game that you get introduced to. You will have these banners. You can actually click on the banners, which are, yes, they are actually customizable. And these will actually teleport you to your fellow players. And this little center mark here is actually a teleportation portal, which isn't unlocked to us just yet, but will be as we continue onward. I also talked to you guys about Hedwig, Hedrig, or how the hell you pronounce it.
Hadrig.
Hadrig?
Hadrig.
Okay, we'll talk to you about Hadric and some of the other NPCs a little bit later. It's kind of early for us to be talking about them now. Also, CAIN'S house opened up. I believe there is a book in here. Yes, there is.
We have come at last.
Get a little
to
bit more of experience. Get a little bit more story. That's one thing Blizzard has always been good about, is like hiding little nuggets of story all over the place. If you boys are ready, I say we continue on.
Mhm.
I gotta pop into Kane's house real quick to double check.
No worries. I say boys, and yet we're all playing girls.
I'm coming.
What can I say? If I'm given the option, I will play the female character.
Oh,
Now, for
always.
those of you who are watching, you might notice something that says Paragon on my side. One thing you will unlock as once you have a max level character is you'll start leveling up that character in the world of Paragon, which are basically bonus levels. These can unlock bonus stats for your character to make them capable of fighting things that they would otherwise not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially Blizzard's way of making sure that, you know, you get to stay invested into the game as long as physically possible. Alright, with that said, I believe we should move on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh.
Captain
How can
Runeford.
I help to fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Their sacrifice saved their people. I will honor it.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike
Yes,
at
you
the
saw
wretched
us fight
mothers and
level
their
2
queen. They're
monsters.
the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricades!
Bring it.
But yeah, this is also,
Boom.
There are
even
more
though
of them
we
in the
murdered
ruins
it
down the road.
immediately, that's the first instance of basically an epic monster, or a monster with a special effect. As we continue throughout the game, there's basically going to be a bunch of monsters who have different abilities or effects. Like, for example, there could be one where it's like exploding, and the monster will explode when it dies. Also, as you go and kill monsters, you'll get lore about them, and Cain will talk to you about them. Ooh. Yeah, so
Boom.
the Wretched Mothers are basically just our basic generic enemies that we got to deal with.
Then they summon.
And
Like puking.
I got some boots and some pants.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
Ooh, wow. We
finally
got
got a
lucky,
top.
guys.
What?
We
What's
already
up?
have them, one of those little areas over here. So now, one thing that made Diablo 3 really interesting, at least for me when I first started playing it. Oh, new door.
I am
Oh, you guys killed.
I overflow with blessings.
Hey, level 3. Guys, you're missing the thingy. Come back for the thingy.
We're
Oh,
coming.
actually, hang on. Before
Coming.
we do anything, I got my favorite ability in the game. Spiders!
As you were saying.
As I was saying, one of the major things that makes Diablo 3 really interesting is the fact that even if you play a lot of the storyline and the areas will be the same, but some secret hidden areas like this area, the Musty Cellar right here, will not. These guys will actually change and move about as you go and play throughout the different games.
Randomly generated dungeons.
Kinda, yeah. These guys can hold rare monsters and can also have some special treasures. Yeah, so for example, we got a rare monster there. Dropped us some gold, dropped us a few items and a health potion. Nothing too big, but you never know what you can find. And I've seen some people get some really neat items out of just a random little treasure room like this.
Oh yeah, and break things.
Mm-hmm. You always want to break things.
You get dimensional speed.
You also get, if memory serves, an achievement for breaking it up.
Oh, here's an achievement here too.
Oh, really?
Smashing pumpkins.
I get it.
Well, I'm probably talking about the console version. If you break all the pumpkins in this area, you get.
Oh yeah, it's very likely that's the case because you gotta remember you have played a completely different version than us, so
True.
There's gonna be a lot of different things. But one thing they have actually added into this game that I didn't know about at all is just how much of a bonus they made for you for dimensional speed there. Because that originally wasn't in the game. You actually didn't get a bonus for just destroying a bunch of items. And now this is a really big bonus. Look how fast we're moving. Holy hell.
We got some pants over here.
Oh yeah, and the items are all different.
Yeah,
on
the
screens,
items
too.
items are character specific here, to where basically if something drops, I'm willing to see it. If something drops for me, it will not drop for A-kun or Lobo. They will not see it.
Or at least we won't necessarily see the exact same light.
Part of the reason Blizzard did this was kind of just to make sure that people weren't fighting over it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the brightest idea ever.
Yeah, there's argues for both sides. I mean, I can understand why they did it, but I can also understand why people did it as well.
Well, that and you don't want nobody ninjaing your loot.
Yeah, that's the major reason. Oh, there's another Wretched Mother. Should be our last one. Yep. Ooh, gloves. Blue gloves.
I got shoes. I got the cheese.
Now, basically, if you've ever played WoW or any other kind of RPG, once you find more weapons and items, they'll eventually start having special effects. The gloves I just picked up, for example, are gathering gloves, and they'll increase the amount. They'll increase the pickup radius for gold and health for me by a single yard. That's not much right now, but it can grow to be very useful later on. Also,
chest down here.
Oh,
coming.
So we found a chest, and we also found another special little area.
Oh, the well. Ooh, chest piece.
Got magic boots.
And I got a veiled thingy-mabopper. Oh wow, they actually switched off the crafting material so they don't take up your inventory space. That is a big help. Holy hell.
Huh?
Well, back when I played this game last, they made it so that all your crafting materials actually took up inventory space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now it's off to the side of the screen now.
Yeah, the update changed that so you don't have waste any spaces.
Ooh, hello.
It's on universal.
A keen short bow of the eagle. I get some lightning damage and increased attack speed. Not bad. Now, I will say probably the one thing I do dislike about Diablo 3 from just what I've experienced, because I'll be entirely honest, I have not beaten the game. I think it's like, A-kun, have you beaten the game?
I have.
Yeah. So
well, I beat the base game. I have not beaten the Reaper of Souls.
I have beaten both the base game and Reaper of Souls.
So you could tell who's knowledgeable based on what. But I will say my major thing that I always disliked was the fact that, as far as I can recall in the other games, when your characters got different weapons, they actually attacked with those weapons. In this game, so for example, my witch doctor here, even though she's got a bow now, she'll still attack with her spiders. Her spiders
Yeah,
right now are her
that-
basic attack.
That is like the one thing that griped me a bit. I'm like, I equipped this really nice looking weapon,
There's an
And
item
yet-
over here.
and I
Not
attacked
sure if
with
that was. Not sure if it was
Chaos
unique.
everywhere. And word in town is that Danon killed the king.
Alright. Hey, and now I've got my zombie dogs.
While exploring a cave.
Alright. But
Time for our ambush.
every single different character in the game has different abilities. As you can see, A-kun's just kind of been firing his lasers all over the place.
Blar!
You know, Lobo is a lot more... Jesus, another secret area? Goodness.
Hey, RNGesus is being nice today.
I know. Wow. Usually I only get one when I go through
Did
here.
the creatures take the treasure?
Correct.
There's another portal. Ooh, bracers of the heart. Yeah. And, ooh, 4 dexterity. Not that good. And none of our classes here are dexterity based.
Nope.
We got 2 ints and a
Your
strength.
intelligence, and I'm strength. Yeah. The monk and the demon hunter are dexterity based.
Ooh, a buckler.
Club of wounding. Ooh. I got some stuff.
Crap. I can't use this buckler really simply because I've got my bow. So I'm
Oh,
gonna drop it there for you guys in case you guys need it.
if either one of you want either of those.
I'll take the tunic. Although first things first, people gotta realize that you can share loot and whatnot. We will be doing the vast majority of this off screen. We don't need you all sitting here while we're messing each other with loot
Oh,
and
Tristram.
whatnot.
Diablo's evil lingers
Riverbed!
everywhere here.
Oop, and there's the wretched queen, and she's dead. And she's gone!
And for
And
those
she's
who
dead.
don't know, if you notice that a few of the zombies are standing in the same places in the original Diablo.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting. Ooh,
If you
wow.
don't bother them, a few of them will stand in the same places as the NPC.
Huh. Interesting.
That's a little Easter egg
That's
for
a
people
nice
who never
little
knew.
Easter egg.
Not one most people
is-
will notice.
Yeah, but this is actually one of the main reasons I was really excited to start this LP with Lobo. Simply because he knows a lot more of not only this particular game, but of the franchise than I do. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be entirely honest, I never played Diablo 2.
I played a little bit. I didn't get very far.
This
my
game.
my loot obsession is just toxic.
Alright, well with all that said, we actually found
Gloves.
the waypoint so we can actually go and teleport back to New Tristram. I say let's pop back over to Tristram. I'll wait until you guys hear.
For me.
Alright, talk to
Thank you for your help.
Roomford.
But could you
And I
talk
think
some
we'll
sense
end
into
off
Lee?
for now.
She won't give up on the idea of
Once the
rescuing
quest
her
is
uncle.
done, of course.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
We get a new particular item. In my case, I got some pants. Ooh, gives me a nice little bit of health. And with all that said, guys, I think we will end off this episode and catch you all next time. So until then, folks, take care. You guys not going to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Hugs!
Goodbye.
Oh, this is going to be a fun game.
It's gonna be a
play.
doozy.
Until then, folks.